we still loved each other, went out to eat together, and did things, like family do. It didn't stop the love because we didn't agree on things, but I didn't want, when he started wanting to mistreat me or get mad at me for everything that's going on, or get mad at the kids for everything, look, everything that's happening. Something wrong with you. He was my best friend. So we talked every, without vision, we talked every day. We planned our life, we planned the church stuff. We seen us go from nothing to all the way up here to TBN,
Yes,
to BET every week without paying for it. He took my knowledge of knowing how to handle money and stuff, and not get the big head like, well, I'm the man. But he know he ain't good at it, so he sent me back on me. I stayed home 10 years as a stay-at-home mom and never got put out of nowhere because he paid his bills. When we first started, we didn't have nothing, and both of us was working with no jury, and Mount Zion had to give us a down payment on our first apartment. And we had just got there, and they did it. And so as time gone, he would always say, you know what, I'm thankful for your mouth. Because, you just shut your mouth. He said, well, I'm thankful you was the gift that God gave me. I'm going to let you talk to the car dealership. Because you know you can go, you can talk. So he started and started fussing and on about me talking that much or I'm taking over. But you don't know what you're doing. So let me.
that's how I am.
Right. So I will, if you allow me to, I will. But see, God took me from here. When we was together in the world, I ran the relationship. And when I got saved, I had to bow down and buckle down to being a submissive wife. To the point that it didn't even happen sometimes.
And see, this is why I love y'all so much. It's like I was literally raised around successful marriages. I remember going to the marriage retreats with y'all. I was young. I was raised, groomed in this. And then for me to have 2 failed marriages and kids, your fault. Because I honestly married them for sex and not love. I was tired of fornicating. Let's get married so I can have my cake and eat it too.
Not because there was a man of God that you could follow and love and
But with this last one, he's the only. After I did my reading on lust and sexual desires and stuff, this 25-year-old man is the only one that I didn't lust after first. I loved him first, and then the lust came after I loved him. And this is another reason why it's so hard for me to let him go. 'Cause I didn't have to take him from nobody. He wasn't with nobody. He only got 1 kid. It was like everything. He's everything.
But the wrong age.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
And then your girlfriend pushed him on you so he could let her be free like she wanted to.
Yeah.
So he was.
And now me and her, we don't talk. She lies about me.
Yeah.
She tried to turn him against me.
Of course. Now I see you for who you really was. I don't want to go any farther. I ain't mind y'all kind of kicking it or whatever. While I do my thing. But I ain't know y'all was gonna get to this point. Just like the guy that was in New York that was talking to me on the phone. He talked to me for 2 years, talked me through driving 4 hours a day from my house to Durham, taking and dropping the kids off to Mount Zion, and leaving Mount Zion, going back home, running the daycare after her left, and then from there going an hour drive to Lewisburg, 45-minute drive to Lewisburg, going to school to get my last 2 degree in medical assistant, going to Lewisburg for 40 minutes and going to class all evening after leaving daycare at lunchtime, and then driving from there back to Durham to get my kids an hour and 15 minutes, and then from there going back home with another 40-minute drive. I drove 4 hours and 15 minutes every single day. And he would talk to me, he said, like my friend that worked me at the daycare, she said, well, I just want you to laugh, and I think you need to laugh again. I said, I'm laughing. I mean, just because I be staring with you as your boss don't mean I don't laugh, and life ain't good.
Yeah.
And now, like I said, I have my kids, so it didn't even matter. I had enough kids to take me through all I need to go through. And I was on, she said, well, she called him from my phone. We was sitting in dinner, she called him from my phone. And he called back late on that night. this? I said, this is the same man that she called. And I'm like, hello. He said, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm fine. Ain't you the one that Cynthia called earlier today? Why you calling my phone back? She gave me a number. I said, you lying? She ain't gave me my number. I know she didn't. He said, call and answer. When I called her, she said, yeah, I just wanted to laugh. Because, he good people to talk to, da-da-da-da. Girl, that boy started talking to me. And now she got a man, a boyfriend in her home. And she sleeps with her date. And when he came down from New York, she was messing with him. So she still wanted to mess with him like she wanted to, but he lived in New York. But his parents stayed in Henderson. And he was he was about my age, so he wasn't like younger than me. And he was a little bit younger than me. And he would call, he taught me, he said, no, get you a Bluetooth something for your ear. I don't want you hurting yourself on the road or whatever. So I would put him on speaker. I said, well, I got you on speaker. He said, no, you need a Bluetooth. I never got one. And he said, because I care about you, lose your life, da-da-da-da. This man talked to me for a year. And all he was a help me. He knew he's going to get myself together. I'm going to put you on the swing, be right beside you in that church house. And then he will allow me to minister to him at night to talk about God. And then he got so familiar with me. He said, can we just talk about your God tonight? But tomorrow I'm talking about what I want to talk about. I mean, he would say nasty stuff like, just know you going to bed with me because I want me to think about you while I'm drinking off. I'm like, you just nasty. I don't want to hear it. Don't even tell me because I am a woman of God, regardless of me allowing you to be free with me. We talk, look here all night till the sun come up the next morning. So you know what kind of love it is. That's when I thought I was 21 again. That's that 21-year-old.
Yeah, that's what he does.
And then with that being said, I wanted to make sure I was still conducting myself as a woman of God. And he wouldn't get it twisted. And then I'm talking about his women. I was good doing that with all the men. As bad as I wanted them. I would try to give them to somebody else because I know they were not Christian. So I didn't have them like that. So I tried to keep it. It was nice, we wanted or whatever. And just like the young guy. I said, you can go on the trip with me, but you got to just get your own room. I was either we'll have to have separate beds or whatever. I said, what you talking about? I said, because I don't want, the devil to tempt you and that. He said, what about the devil tempting you? Like, I know you want all this. And when he said that, he got offended with me because I'm still looking at him like, from her way, like, she ought to want me. And I said, no. And then he started talking about the other ladies that go there. Girl got a bad shape, whatever. And she's younger. Well, who's she talking to? You think she'll talk to me? I said, talk to her. Get a number or something.
I do that when I talk to guys. I try to put them on to other women and stuff.
And I had my friends used to do it all the time. But Barbara, you nice. You ain't gonna dog them out like I am. Because they were doing my day. They only be using for one thing. I had 4 men for them. One to get high, one to take one to buy me, little gifts, and one to do something else.
See, with me, I had a hugger. I had one guy that I would call just for hugs. I had another guy for conversation, which was the 23-year-old. He was my conversationalist. I had a hugger, a conversationalist, or one that I would just kiss him because he was just an awesome kisser. But we never went no further than that, just a kisser. And then I had one that I could talk to about Christ, and he won't get all about it. You know what I'm saying? I had that.
The different things.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the 25-year-old, he became all of them. He was the conversationalist because we could talk about political views, world views, religion, anything, and we'll talk for hours and hours, and we won't even do nothing. You know what he said to me? And that's why we had stopped having sex. He said, Kia, I want to know if I'm attracted to you without sex. I don't want us to have sex no more. That made me want to jump his bones even more. I was like, and I just, because sex was getting too much in my head that I was like, I'm going to turn into a psychopath. And I literally went into my war room and I started crying. I balled up like a baby. I said, Lord, I can't take it. It's too good. I said, I'm going to lose my mind. I said, Lord, I want to keep my mind, Lord. I want to stop. I want to stop. And then for the next morning, he says that. He says, I want to see if I'm attracted to you without sex. I don't want us to have sex no more. It's like everything I would pray for, he would do, and I'm like, and I'm like, no, I don't want to let him go. I just need to let him grow, and then he can come back, and then he'll be my man of God, right? And now I'm hearing you, and I'm like, I just gotta let him go. He gotta see what else is out there. But then what if I'm pregnant? Because it's like, I keep feeling these movements, and I'm like, maybe Nikia, you're crazy. You just want to be pregnant.
So
Yeah. Maybe you just...
That's how I was at the end. I was pregnant. And when I had signed that boy, I know I ain't pregnant.
Exactly. And I don't want to be like that because that's how I was with Zaire. Zaire is my 5th child. I didn't know I was pregnant with him till I was 8 months. My cycle was coming like clockwork. I only went into the doctor because I knew I had an ovarian cyst and my side kept hurting. They gave me an ultrasound and a baby showed up. There was a baby there. It was like, yeah, your son is fine, and your ovarian cyst it had twisted and flipped over the ovary. So that's why it was hurting. And then with the weight of him being on it, that's what was caused. I was like, okay, forget all, you just said there's a baby. Where? But my stomach, I'm looking, and there was nothing there.
I had a friend the whole time. Stomach got no bigger than yours, but guess what? Her hips hurt. But her stomach, it still was regular.
But then a week later, my stomach go, ooh.
That's because you know it's dead.
Yeah. Said it's a mind thing.
And it shifts the last trimester anyway, so.
Yeah.
But really, I truly, you just have to love a person enough to leave them, and that's why I wouldn't lure the other guy in. I had another guy, and his wife was going through, I was going to school at Durham Tech, and his wife, Vance Granville, I'm sorry, I was in Henderson, and they were going through it, and that's when her had split up. I went back to school for medical, since I had a night class for math, and I would go to Vance Granville in Henderson for math, and he was everything. Oh, we talking about everything. And he had been out there in the streets. Nikia, I have never felt this. I've been saved 35 plus years with nobody that I've talked to and connected with that I actually felt the presence of God. You know, with two or three in a given now and then, and it's never felt the presence of Him over you like so strongly. We were taught by literally this whole classroom. It's almost like it was just me and him.
Yeah.
I promise you, you couldn't see, feel, or
Nothing else.
And the anointing would just come on so strongly. When we would start talking, he would give me his testimony on who he was and what he went through. But he married a girl that was never part of that type of lifestyle. And she was about 6 years younger than he was. And she was 30-something years old, a guidance counselor at school. Her first baby at 30-something, and that was their baby. And she actually was going to lose her mind from having a baby. And she couldn't handle the baby or handle nothing. So he was there trying to help her. But like, well, what's wrong with you? You know, all the women I've been around, they've been strong women, so he didn't know no difference. He was out there strong. And God delivered him and saved him. He was so happy with the Lord. And I could feel it. Just the semester before, there was a lady that was there, but what I used to be. She was still there at 40-something. So she still had the nice shape, with her little jeans and her little t-shirt, the school and her tennis shoes. And she's like, come on, go outside with me. Now, he don't smoke enough. Go outside with me. We got this 15 minutes to go outside for a smoke break in between class. So she would lure him. She would take him outside. That's how I said, you know, I smile all the time, but now and just smiling all too. And he looked at me like, you just nodding it. I'm like, okay, God, I ain't gonna look at that one. I ain't mean nothing by it. You know, I'm saying this is what the devil tells me. Like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I never looked at it again. Because I just gazing in the room. The next semester, I went to a class with him and I said, well, I need to go to a reading class because I don't read fast like these young folks. So it's something they got to teach me. I went to that class, we took the preliminary test for the class teacher. The teacher said, Miss Harris, you don't be in here. So you don't need no reading lessons.
Yeah.
But I don't read fast. She said, well, just keep reading.
It increased eventually.
And
Yeah.
I said, okay, but I still think I need to be in here because it's just something and I think I need to get or whatever. And she said, class, can y'all say it with me? Miss Harris, you do not need to be in this class. And so I left that class and was in that class. And I went on to my regular class. So the next year, we had another math, the second part of the math class again. And it was at night again because I needed to be at night. And just he was in that math class. And when we sit on across, he sit on this side and on that side of the room. I was in there sitting in my chair before anybody got here. He came and sat and never spoke to the guy. He came and sat beside me. And his sister was older than both of us. She was going to class and she was still taking care of me. So she sits on the other side of me. Like, what's she doing here anyway? You know, I knew it was his sister. And we just started talking and got a chance to know each other, the kindred spirit to talk about God and stuff. It just was so strong. And when the girl said, come on outside with me, and da this and that, and he said, no, that's okay, I'm going to stay in. And she looked at me, she turned to me and rolled her eyes. It's almost like it was a demon that knew I was a Christian to keep her from knowing him. I promise you, you can tell it's a spiritual thing. We started talking about God in that class. I've never experienced it. I mean, it was like a mist that was all around both of us. And it was so strong, and I was loving the God that was in him. And loving his testimonies. We had kindred spirits. And you could tell that he was, he said, what are you, a pastor? And I said, no, I'm just a Christian, or whatever. And I have been a first lady before, whatever.
That's where I want to be. I want to be a first lady.
No, you don't.
No? Okay.
See, I told you something. My son, her, all the glitter and glamour, she got to live something. It's hard.
Yeah.
To go through. But when God said, the testimony to tell you. I'm talking about one that you living from hard inside out. It ain't nothing on you no more. Ain't no more ways there. But you do have to go through sometime to get that strongest testimony. But you need to allow it to break you or make you.
Yeah.
And
I love you so much, Miss Harris. You, Miss Reddish, and Miss Barbie, I swear. I don't know. I've never been so grateful for my mom and Steve obeying God to go to Mount Zion and having us raised there. Because
you got a foundation, baby. And I hear you talking like this, Lord. This girl spoke scriptures. And see, that was me. It was in my heart, and the Lord had to let me know it's in your heart. That's why you might not know what they're on the Bible, but it's in your heart. It's coming out your mouth. And you quoting them right like that man that they won't quote something.
yeah.
Cutting off the end of them.
Yeah.
He did an excellent job with salvation and stuff like that, but he did a great job.
Yeah.
But then we started to where was I at?
You saying the mist, and it was just the God in him, testimonies. It was so powerful, and I just felt it.
But he was mad. And that's why I started going through. So I said, I'm praying for y'all. Because it's the devil. He said, no, we go to the same church. I still treat her with respect. She still treats me with respect. We got a baby together. She just left and went to my mom's house. And then her mom and signed into the house. because his past won't good, you know. So you know they couldn't get no house in there. So the past won't, his past won't good, but so they got the house, so he kind of feel obligated to. So he said she was my mom's house. I guess he had to look period, the day, or whatever makes me feel. And when they finished that, I said, well, you know, it's going to pray for that. Because I was at, no, they were still going to the same church. We still going to church. And I said, but I can't do it. He said, you sure you ain't going to the pastor? I said, no, not like that. And I said, because you have so much respect for me as oh my God, I could have killed him. You know, y'all might be going through because that's not what God wants you to be. Y'all might be going through because whatever reason, let me pray for you. I believe the Lord is leading me. You know how people do.
To still seduce.
You can use for anything. And I realize, because I know how my ex-husband was seduced. And he was a man of God. And he knew all the tricks and the trades. And between his age and midlife crisis, the devil don't stop till he beats you. It could take him 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It's an eternity. He just got time to get right with God. To go to eternity. He don't have that pleasure on him.
Yeah.
And he knows, so he wants to take as many as he can to hell with him. So as long as I can keep you believing that you do this one sin, it ain't worse than this sin. I got you. I ain't got those no demons on you. Do 99 things right. If I get you that one thing that's a sin, I got you.
And me is men. It's because I'm so thirsty to be a housewife, to be a wife, and I love it. I love being in love.
You love love.
I do. I can't, like, even after breakups, people like, kid, as much as you've been through, I would have hate love right now. I can't.
And that's what people tell me. I was married for 25 years. And with the children, the baby that just turned a year old, and I was 42. You know how hard that was on my mind? Then I had a special needs son over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Then I had a special needs son on top of it. You never be this shit.
And you still live to love.
I never hated him. To this day. Never talked about him like they did me.
Yeah, I'm the villain, and I'm the villain in my ex's story. I'm the villain in my ex-husband's story. I'm like, okay, if it makes y'all feel better, I'll be the villain.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And because you kept yourself together, God kept just telling me, I should be crazy, I should be this, and I should be that, but because of the grace of God, I was able to hold on to take care of himself and do it. People say, you look better than you looked when you were married. Like you done aged.
You do.
And Steve always said that. I saw him and his wife. They was at Mount Zion last week before last. We had the prophet in town, an older man, and him and his wife came by. And I would never see her with him. I would have never thought Steve had that type of flavor.
Yeah.
I remember they were much bigger than they were.
Yes, they were.
They had operations.
Yeah.
So now she probably doing everything and dressing all the ways that she probably always wanted to in her life.
Yep.
But probably didn't have them to that point.
Because that's where I am. That's where I am. Like now, I'm finally at a point where
I can wear, dress.
And I feel good in my clothes.
And me now, because I was always.
Yeah.
You know,
and you look gorgeous.
But see, I had this before. Some people never had it. Some people didn't have it all their life. But I got that. I was already felt like I came Mount Zion, but I got that back when I got Hamilton. Because mine was just loose and it was where it supposed to be. And, you know, I just, talking about the stomach, 10 sit-ups a night, I'm hair now. Take it. But then I saw, I was able to learn how to love myself. I don't care what size it was. I made, and as a woman of God, I wanted to look good for God all the time, whether I was big or little. And that's something He taught me when I was like, I'm losing weight. Well, even if you need to lose weight, you still have this. I said, well, I'm not going to wear that yet. Or I'm not going to buy any more clothes in time for this weight. No, you still represent me. Big as small. And I learned that, and I learned to love me. And I started losing weight. I wasn't trying to lose weight. It just started coming off me. Then I found I had diabetes, high blood pressure, everything at the border. And when you have gestational diabetes, they say you may get it full blown after 45. And that's what mine went full blown. And all different health issues that's attacking my body. But God, I don't care.
Exactly.
I'm concerned with everything in me. I'm not going to do what I see, what I don't see. Because you've been too
Good to me.
You took his corn waters. So what? No dad. Mama had 7 children. You say give me kids. My 2 sisters that had the same dad as I mean, by us had the same dad. He was arrested. Means they never had kids. One is 61 years old today, and the other died last year of cancer. She was 50. She was 59 when she died. They never had children. And I'm the only one with children. My other 2 little sisters that was not from my father, they had children. But guess what? One had 4 boys, one had 4 girls. Then I come up with just the ones that can't handle children to having 7, and the 2 that's got the same sex to having a mixture. So we still dating the best of both worlds.
Yep.
And her sister said all the time, why don't you stop having kids and let somebody else have them?
They say that to me too.
I won't try now. I ain't know
Exactly. I know it's a race. I know it's a competition.
I thought you had kids, I had kids. Matter of fact, we be praying this thing down. And I was trying to do that, but the Lord has been really good. Lakia, I don't care my worst day with God. Cannot compare to my best day when I thought I was having a good time. Yeah, I had a good time. I was mocked up last night. What you do, girl? I don't even remember. How stupid that sounded.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound stupid anyway.
Exactly.
You just thought you supposed to not know because you had a good time. But I do want to know.
That's why I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking because of the 25-year-old dude.
See? When I met her, that's why I stopped pressing. But God uses people. That's why I told you. That's my reason for telling you this. So the guy that I was talking to in school, when the Spirit of God came on us and everything, and then one day his sister was there, and he said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going outside. I wait for my kids to pick me up because I would give them the call." Because Bertha finished up the daycare for me for that night. Because she was 16 when the daycare that night. And she had the other kids with her. So when she finished, they would come by and drop. They would come by and pick me up. So I said,
I'm opening the daycare when I get back. It's a 3rd shift daycare. So I'll fix dinner for them and then watch them sleep.
Yeah, that's all. 3rd shift is a day shift. If you got the right daycare, because then you do. And so I was telling him I was getting it thrown away my kids. He said, okay. He said, well, I'm going to walk you outside. I said, oh, okay. They never done that before. And it was kind of cold out there. He said, well, I'm going to put my jacket on. I'm going to put my jacket on here. I said, Mom, go. He said, no. Don't put this jacket on. I said, throw this jacket on. And he said, now they'll be waiting on the kids. And they're like, Mom, what is that? Whatever. But that was their sister was there. I said, yeah. We probably done it because his sister was there. And once we, just started talking, I felt some kind of way. Because I know how I feel. And I know he would be feeling the same way. We know we can do that. And so I didn't want to get his mind twisted. The feelings and emotions while he's still in a relationship. So I would love to pray their marriage get together. And if it's so good afterwards, it didn't work, then I know it's free.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let him in. So I did. So like a month went by, and then all of a sudden I didn't see him. And then when he came back, he was really distant. He won't talk like he used to or whatever. I felt like, wow, you disconnected. And it was Valentine's Day. I said, how you doing? He said, good. I said, what you got your wife? You know, something like that. He said, well, I probably just did a da 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 da. I said, okay, that's gonna be nice. He said, yeah. I said, because you really should do something. He said, yeah, I know I should. I will. And that's when he got distance sorry after Valentine's Day. So, and then I was like, well, how was Valentine's Day? He said, it was good. Or whatever, yeah, and he got him some. That was good. And once it opened back up
The connection, yeah.
The connection. And maybe a couple of weeks later, I was in school anymore. And so, I'm like, well, you know, you can't stop much. This is a 2-year college, so you're going to get informed. And I said, I asked her, I said, why not your brother? And she said, he's fine. But his wife got sick. And said that she kept having this little pimple on her leg. So that was going in to get it busted or removed or whatever. Just a pimple on her leg. And Lord, she came home out of the hospital in a wheelchair. She started having seizures so quick that she couldn't take care of a 3-year-old child. So she was having like every hour. They just would come.
Chronically.
They don't know
What's wrong.
What made them come, but it happened after they did something to this pimple. She started having seizures so much and so frequently that she couldn't even take care of a child. So he had to start being with her and taking care of her. So the good part about that, the girl that was married him, he'd been one of them men that wouldn't have had nothing to do with her because he had his heart somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you can't pull on a person's heart like that. You know, they're going through it. That's why you got to get out of one relationship to get in another. Don't be in there while you're in that relationship because he can't really know the truth of how you feel about you and that person at the same time. You be out. You need to be out so you know how you feel as well. And so I said, Lord, you didn't use me for nothing but be a mediator between her and him. That he didn't have sex with her. You know, and then he'd be longing for that. If nothing else, he got to be adultery, like you said, that's when our hardest sin to pray. And that's why Harold has such a hard time. Because the Bible says he that commits adultery sin against his own soul.
Yes. Yes.
And a dishonor.
Yes.
So they get all the days of their life. So it never stops in the natural. A woman and a dishonor. Mainly for a man. And that woman dishonor never. But you want us to honor you. God gave you what he did. But you'll never get honored that anymore like you used to have.
Exactly.
Because you have your wife and your kids. And not that you're leaving. You ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I remember Harold, he used to tell me through that. When y'all was going through that, me and Harold talked a lot.
Could you believe that this man was a great husband?
Yes, that's what, it broke my heart.
No.
Oh my
people
God. For y'all, yes.
Like
yes. Y'all were like the gospel power couple.
Right. Even down to
like hashtag relationship goals. Because of you, it's like I wanted to be a first lady.
I bet Harold don't treat Barbara like that. My own pastor. So we had such an example.
Yes, y'all did.
I knew how to be a woman of God because God taught me. So whatever I felt or didn't feel, I got him at home if I had to. But he was a cool husband. And he was a little narcissistic. But because I kept my eyes on him, you do whatever you want to do. And if you say to me that ain't right, I ain't doing it. And you ain't gonna make me feel like I'm less than. And I had to grow up and learn that. But you ain't make me feel like less than because I know what God is not for me and who I am in Christ. That was one thing that a narcissistic couldn't do. If you are a Christian and God is first, they can't make you do stuff or make you feel bad because they wrong.
Exactly.
But he was never that type of that way until he got there.
Yeah.
He was always, well, do it like this and do it like that. Well, you don't need to do that. But why you was doing this today? Like for instance, why you have to answer the question? Why you let me answer it? I'm like, oh, okay. Then the next time I'll just let you answer it. I'm so excited about Christ, and I'm young too, and I'm a baby. I'm a first lady. Then people come to me with, she talked to me like this, or she said that, and that's like my daddy. No, that's my husband. And you're going to tell it on me. You gonna tell my husband, or women, good at that. They make it sound so bad, and he said, well, babe, you know these people up here, do the pastor's advice, so they expect certain things. And
you're bold. You're very bold,
right.
and I love it.
I'm gonna give them what they expect, but I'm gonna do it the right way. But they lying to you to make you think a certain,
A way about you.
But it didn't matter to me because I know I did it all under him. And if I did I do that? Oh, wait, I ain't mean it like that. So I was thinking that at first, and then I learned like, okay, these folk around here just doing what they want to do. Yeah, they may be wholesomely country, don't know nothing, but they know how to try to get a man. They know how to try to lie on you to come up with and we did it. We made it. We would talk at the tables every evening, every other evening. We would hit Dennis right around the corner from our house. Once we get all the kids down at 9 o'clock, but he ain't doing nothing with the kids like that. And he was a good dad, like to go outside and play, take them on trips, and didn't miss that time with me. Me and him, we all would take trips. The children take trips. Then we take our own trip, and I take my trip. It was just, I love married life. It was beautiful.
And yeah, because I was raised around it, because like even when my mom and Steve marriage, the good and the bad, I liked it. You, Miss Reddish and Steve, Miss Barbie and Mr. Melvin. It's like Pastor Fozart and Elder Nora, and then the countless of marriages that have made it over 15 years. I was raised in successful marriages. And that's why I don't hold a grudge against my other two, my husbands. I'm like, I wasn't, and Pastor Fozart told me, he told me every time. He's like, that's not it, kid. He was like, you remind me of your mama. He told me, especially when he saw David, he was like, he ain't gonna love you.
Which one is David? The ones you had the last
6 with? Yeah. He said,
he don't know how.
Yeah, he don't.
When you told me of his issues, then he came out here to say to you because you needed something.
Yeah.
Man, he had too many of his own.
He did. And see, I had a savior's complex. I want to save everyone because of the stuff I've been through, and I made it. You can make it. Yeah.
She got me in New York at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to save some prostitutes on the street. And then go to all that pimp right there finna knock us out looking at us going in his eyes. Like, y'all gonna get out of here messing with my money.
3 o'clock in the morning saving prostitutes.
We would go to her mama's house in the Bronx.
Yep.
And you know how you take time of parking spaces. Because we late at night trying to get home. So ain't no parking spaces. We got to just sleep in the car for an hour for somebody to come and move. So we can park the car all the way down the street,
And have to walk that far back to the building.
And she would, and I don't know when I had him was Virtuous. And we was going over to cross the water because neither one of us had no money. But Harold let me say, okay, you can go. And gave me a little money, but we had to pay to get over the bridge to get the pastor and
Mackey Church, yeah.
And we had to pay to get over wherever we go to every day.
Yeah.
$15 a day, but the Lord seen it, and so Lorraine was like, she was like, we'll get it, So
that's where I get that from.
$15 a day. Plus, she said we ain't got to live on the food because I can't understand. So I say my mama, and I'm like, okay. And then she said, because what happened to me in my life, I was going to go help somebody else. And she said, so we can't go down there to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I live down but because I love God and want to say the word to her. I get up right with her, we down, and we almost got on. She literally putting her leg in the car. And we got a bus ticket for you to go anywhere you want to go to get off these streets. We literally was having her on like, we done opened the door. And a car came by to pick her up. And she couldn't, her parent was up there.
Yeah.
And she couldn't refuse that car. And then she talking to us every night. And so I guess he got to kind of hang up. They talking every night. And I don't see no money coming out.
And that's why mommy had people always living with us, people she was trying to save, people she was trying to help. Like, we always had house guests. We always had somebody living with us. And yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, she did. And even now, I'm sure she's still the way she is. I just wish her and Steve could have made it. But just to hear some things that would come out of her mouth after they were separated, I'm like, it ain't all no big thing. It ain't all in all that thing. You know what people talk like that. She was at Henderson Church talking to me. She was acting like you laughing, grinning about her little mess. And I'm like, what? Girl, he was almost back together, but got this African dude. You remember the African dude?
Yeah.
Got this African dude that's got that thing, damn wang on, and turned her out. And hopefully he still think this gonna might work. But now I know that I'm looking at him now. I'm looking at Fred Lowen.
To me, she was a lesson for him. That's the way I see it. Now that I'm grown and went through my own marriages and stuff, I just feel that, and then seeing where Steve is now, my mom was something he had to learn from. He had to learn from her.
And I bet you still love her.
Yeah.
You probably never stop.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
They had a great relationship.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Because the enemy wanted to break it up.
Yep, the love they had really, was really scratched.
Yeah. That's why I say I know I look at you and go, never love anybody. You don't
Oh Lord, I've been sitting down too long. My knees. These knees start popping, snap, crackle, pop, sound like yes. This says, which way do we go out? This says entrance only. Oh, okay. I know your son is like, oh my gosh, they still in there.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Nikia.
I'm sorry, I thought you were Naima.
Oh.
I thought you were one of my former students.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Okay. You take care.
But he did. He came here probably. We probably sit there 30 more minutes talking.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, they thought we was dining and dashing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is what I needed, Miss Harris. I needed that talk. So I know what to do. Because the questions that I just had in my head, like, I don't know what to do with this young man. With me living this new lust-free lifestyle and stuff. And then also the part where I want to be more obedient and stuff. And so, yeah.
It's good. It's all good. God is good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It is definitely
We get no younger, and then not only that, we have children. We have to be an example.
Yes, that part.
And they don't want. I want them to learn to do the right thing. You know.
Yep.
And like I told my kids, y'all ain't got to go through. And you know, people like to say, well, Mom, you did it well.
It was wrong when I did it. It's wrong if you do it too. I'm like, it's just nobody was there with me that made an impact to say, this is why it was wrong. But I said, me on the other hand, I said, I was just being rebellious. Is this the car? Oh, this the car.
About time.
Sorry, Zion. Had to get my therapy in. Had to get my therapy.
Woo. I mean, it ain't trying to stop raining, is it?
Nope. Because it's
Time it
going.
is.
Yes. It's trying to rain
I hope
all
it's
day.
not raining tomorrow.
It's not.
You sure?
Yeah, I looked at
You
it.
know how no kind of weather like